Hello, this is Steve from Beato's Leatherworks. Today's projects are these beautiful Indy boots that were sent in to be repaired. Now, the first pair was sent in from Germany. Customer's name is Eric. He requested that we bring these back to the original condition when we get done with them. They have been repaired a couple times before, but no worries. We'll bring them back to what they used to look like. The biggest issue is that the heel counter is broken, and we've got to disassemble the whole boot just to get to the heel counter to replace that. But we'll do that. We'll make it look good. We'll put new welts and clean and polish them. We'll make them look good. Now, the second pair was sent in from New Jersey. Customer's name is Bobby. He said just do the way they are and to make them look like they used to be. No worries, Bobby. We'll take care of that. Now, the third pair, these are my favorite Indy boots, which I've had for about 10 years now, that I've redone about 3 times, I would say. This is the 4th time. Now, I'm going to completely redo this again. We're going to re-welt them. We're going to fix the eyelets that are broken. We're going to put new soles on them, condition them up, put some stitching in the toe apron area, and just bring them back to what they, as best as possible. We're not going to make this original. Once these boots get done, I'm going to take them to the boot camp show in Brooklyn, October 12th and 13th. If you haven't heard about this boot camp, you need to look it up. This is the 2nd year they're doing it. Just look up stitchdown.com and look for the boot camp 2024. Get your tickets and meet us there. Pablo from Dimar Shoe Repair and I, we're going to rent a booth and just to showcase our work. We hope to see you there. All right, let's get started. Well, man, these are about dead on the inside. If you guys can see them or not. I'll take it apart. I'll show you guys a little more detail. Look at that. Oh, damn. She's done. She is done. Somebody put a day-night heel on that. Vibram sole guards. This thing has been repaired a couple of times, it looks like. It's all good. Once it gets done, we'll get it back to the original look. Man, how many nails are you going to put on here? Jeez. And I thought I put too many nails. Come on now. There you go. Beautiful. Now Alden has this canvas lining underneath there. That's kind of stitched together with the welt. We are just deconstructing everything today. In order for me to be able to get to the heel counter, everything's got to come apart. And dreaded staplers. Staples. There's the culprit. Yep. Now that's not the only issue. The issue is that we've got holes in the original lining there. That's got to be repaired too. This was the patch that was put on. I mean, it's not a bad job, right? I've done this in the past before too. Putting a piece of leather, you're kind of limited to what you could do. But since we have it apart, we're going to do it the right way. All right, let's continue. You see that? Try not to cut into the numbers there. Now this isn't a normal way of replacing heel linings. There's no way that you would take this whole thing apart just to get the back of the heel if that's the only issue. You know, the way that you could have done it was how it was done previously. Simple piece of leather and stitch the top and you're done. Now if you notice that we did this piece, there's no center seam on that, okay? Originally you've got that right there, two pieces stitched together, reinforced and top stitched. Now since we don't have to do it this way, we can form the leather onto the last, give it some round shape to it, and then we'll eliminate that center seam. And this way you don't have too many stitches. You got 1, 2, 3. It would have been in the middle if we had done that. And now we've got 2 on either side, which will be just fine. All right, let's continue. Number 2. So we're going to do house leather on this one, and we're going to do a Vibram mini lug with the recessed edges. We're going to leather heel base, leather heel rand, matching mini lug heels, new welt. Obviously clean the uppers, condition them, polish them, all that good stuff. This has never been repaired before. This is stock stuff, so. We're gonna get rid of everything. No need to take it apart in pieces because nothing's going to be reused. It's going to be a new heel rand right there, new heel base. This is fiberboard, and we're not going to reuse them. We'll reuse this one. This is a nice 3-rib shanks. These are awesome. They last forever. Same as the first one. Bah! Of course, it would get stuck as soon as I want to show you guys my. There you go. Sucker. You know, ever since I made my boots, I stopped wearing my Indies. Where are my boots? There you go. They're still going pretty strong. Heels are wearing down a little bit. Soles are still going good. Uppers just need to be brushed up and take the dust off of it. So anyway, my point was, ever since I made those, I stopped wearing Indy boots. But when I stopped wearing it, because the eyelets broke right there, I gotta fix those. So anyway, the boot came in at a perfect time, where I started to wear them. So now we get to redo. This is a chain stitch, okay? Chain stitch meaning it's one piece, and they stitch it all the way around, and when you're lucky, you can take it off in one sweep pull, but if the thread breaks, it'll come in a few pieces. All right, let's continue. Now on the second pair, we were simply going to do a storm welt, heel ran and all that. But unfortunately, the fabric that you see right here, which is called the gemming, looks pretty weak right there. So I'm not sure if when I restitch it, that's going to be enough structural support right there for me to be able to reassemble it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace this. We're going to keep the same footbed. We're going to replace the gemming all the way around here. That way, when I go back to restitching everything, it'll have a solid base to attach that welt onto. That wasn't part of the deal, but that's okay. Once you take something apart, when you see something that needs to be replaced or fixed, you tend to get it done and make sure that it works out pretty well. All right, let's continue. All right, so sometimes you start projects, you don't know what you're going to get yourself into, right? As I was saying earlier, some things come up, you tend to take care of it and be done with. Well, we have another issue with this guy, which is the heel lining. There's a hole. Now, I didn't see this when I was inspecting it. Maybe the other one. Well, damn, the other one's the same way. How the hell did I miss that? You guys see that? Let me see if I get some light in here. Look at those holes back there. How the hell did I miss that? Anyway, we're gonna fix it for him. I've got it apart. Might as well get to it and then replace that piece like we're doing with the first pair. So this is not as bad as the first pair because the heel count is still in good shape, but very similar job as the first pair. All right, let's continue. All right, so we're getting there. Man, this is a lot of work. We haven't even begun to do any soles yet. So the heel lining's in. We still got to do the top stitch on there. This one, we haven't gotten that far ahead yet, but we have the heel lining in there, nice and tight. And then we'll go ahead and glue this all together and stitch that top stitch. Now this top stitch needs to be done first, this seam here. And then when this goes on the boot, the top stitch gets on there. You don't see a secondary stitch on the uppers right there where this stitch is. So that needs to get done first. So we haven't even begun to take those apart yet. Oh my God, another nightmare there. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. All right, let's continue. All right, so we've got the lining condition, we've got the footbed condition. Now we're going to glue the footbed to the uppers. Remember the marks that we made? These guideline marks? We're just going to match up to whatever the marks are on the footbed to the shoes. Just going to squeeze that together like that. All right, now that we've got the footbed in, okay, everything is back together. We'll start cleaning the uppers, polish them, condition them, and then we'll go ahead and put our welt on, the heel rand, and we'll start working on the bottom. So we're making progress. All right, let's continue. What a difference before and after, right? So basically just wipe these down with a little bit of thinner and then added some cream, regular shoe cream, mixed a little bit of burgundy and brown together, and then added Big 4 afterwards. And what a day and night difference. So I like to do this before I put the welt on, that way it keeps all the cream, the polishes off the welt. It keeps it a nice, crisp, clean welt. All right, let's continue. All right, we're making progress. Got the welt on. Condition them up again. Number 3 is next. All right, let's continue. You know, one thing I dislike is that taking my own work apart. I guess it's on there such a solid way that it's a bitch to take off. But it must be done. Now on this one, years ago I put a a rubber midsole, a leather sole, and a rubber half sole. I think I'm going to eliminate the rubber midsole this time. Not to make it so clunky. Like a chunky monkey. So, but we'll see. I don't know yet. We add midsoles, so it gives it a little bit more of a comfort. If you're on your feet all day, or if you're a heavy person, that you need that support. And it's a good idea to do that. To put a midsole on, to give it a little bit of a stable foundation for you to stand on. So I got 3 layers here. I want to salvage all these because I want to reuse them. Heel base still in good shape. So I have to put a new piece here. It tore, so we'll just replace this piece. So this year we decided to get a booth at the boot camp. Last year, boot camp, we went to Brooklyn. And for those of you interested in going, go to stitchdown.com and buy some tickets. Well, you want to do VIP, you can buy some tickets. With general admission, it's free. So it's a great idea this year that it is free. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. So what we decided to do, myself and Pablo from Dimar Shoe Repair in Canada, and like, well, why don't we just get a booth there and just showcase our work? Because, I mean, it's boots. It's retail boots, you know. That's what the show's about. But why can't we incorporate the repair end of it, customization of it, you know, along with the sale industry? So that's what we're going to do. So this pair of boots right here, I'm going to take with me, just for the showcase, you know, just to show people that you know, this is the boot that I worked on. They can take a look at the Alden Indy boot that's been abused for many years and redone. I think this is the 4th time, if I'm not mistaken, of redoing them. Just to give it a conversation piece. That's all. We'll put it on the table. People to come and take a look at. And it's October 12th and 13th. It's going to be held in Brooklyn, New York. And for those of you guys who are interested, definitely check it out. We had a great time last year. It was awesome just to be around boot guys, you know, and the companies that make them. So definitely check them out. Stitchdown.com. All right, let's continue. All right, so this is called a split welt, okay? They split it. This part hugs the uppers. We'll call this the vertical part. And we put a stitch on that like the manufacturer does. They don't come pre-stitched. I usually stitch it. Now, the trick to this is that from the beginning to the end right here, the joint, when the manufacturer makes these, they just cut this on both sides and just kind of butt them together. But the problem is that the stitches that you're seeing here don't quite go across to the other side. So the way I do it, I splice the ends and then I hand stitch this back to the vertical part. That way when it gets done, it looks like a seamless seam. All right, now we get to stitch the split welt on to this boot, which we've got uppers are completely redone. The toes are stitched. The patch work is done right there. Okay, inside is not bad. There's nothing wrong with the inside. All right, let's continue. All right, we are almost done with this project. Got our shoes and heels on. I still got to condition and polish them up and touch them up a bit here and there. Got our heels on. These are the original Alden heels. This is called a Thomas heel or the orthopedic heel because of this curve right here that gives that arch support right there. You see? This helps out pretty good on the comfort of your feet. And of course mine. Got the cork in, got the welt on all the way. You see how the stitches are continuous on the vertical part of the welt? I like that. But we still have this to do. So we're getting there slowly but surely. All right, let's continue. All right, welcome back. We are done with these projects. I think they turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with them. Now this middle one's going to go to Germany for Eric. This one's going to New Jersey for Bobby. Now Bobby got a lot more than what we had talked about that we were supposed to do. I believe this was, we quoted him $480 if I'm not mistaken. This was $640. Now, had I known about the heel lining and also the gemming, obviously it would have been more work because it's more work to do. Because replacing a heel lining the way it's supposed to be, it's a lot of work. You got to take it apart to get to it to make sure it looks right and feels right. So it's on me. It's okay, Bobby. The other one obviously is mine. That's going to come with me to the boot camp in October 12th and 13th. If you haven't looked up the website, it's stitchdown.com. And then I'll put it on the screen there for you guys to see. Basically, Pablo and I from Dimar Shoe Repair have a booth. We're going to basically showcase what we do. And this particular one, I figured I'd take it with me to show you guys what I did in the video. That way you can look at it, touch it, feel it, and get an idea of what it looks like. All right, so if you haven't looked up the website, stitchdown.com, they do have general admission tickets, but get your tickets in advance. And also they have VIP tickets. For VIP members, we're going to be giving we're going to do a raffle type giveaway. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but we donated $400 recrafting package to one of the VIP members. I guess they'll choose the name when we get there. So I think it'll be a fun weekend. So just make sure you look it up. October 12th and 13th in New Jersey. No, where was it? Damn, Brooklyn. All right, Industrial City Center. All right, and thanks for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thumbs up, thumbs down, good comment, bad comment, I'll take it all. All right, we'll see you guys again next time. Take care.